question for you. When you graduate this wonderful school and you go into private practice, start representing clients, how many of you are going to steal money from your clients? Anybody? Nobody here is going to steal money from their clients. Well, it may interest you to know that the Pennsylvania Lawyers Fund for Client Security disagrees with you. That fund was created some 25 years ago to repay victims of attorneys who have stolen their money, who have taken excessive retainers in situations like that. That fund has paid out $37 million over the last 25 years. Does anyone want to change their answer? $37 million. Why do you think that happens? Why do you think attorneys steal money from their clients? Anyone have an answer? Sir?
You're in a position of trust.
Position of trust. Very good. Anyone else? Sir?
They don't intend to steal it. They intend to repay it, but they never can and should have never taken it out to begin with.
Very good. Anyone else? My name is Fred Shapiro, as Professor Robinette said, and this is Character, Crimes, and Consequences. We're going to talk about the catastrophic personal and professional consequences of committing a crime, as well as ways to stay off that slippery slope. You're going to hear about my story and stories of other individuals like me. I have a question for you, actually an answer. We're all familiar with the popular game show Jeopardy, where you're shown an answer and you have to provide the question. Well, here's the answer. Drivers, fishing, and marriage. That's the answer. Drivers, fishing, and marriage. Anyone want to venture a guess on what the question might be? Yes. What is a license? That's very good. More specifically, how does that relate to me? How does that relate to me? Drivers, fishing, and marriage. Anyone know? Yes.
What licenses do you hold?
That's a true statement. It's not the answer I was looking for, but that's a true statement. Yes.
Get taken away.
Licenses that can get taken away. You were closest of all. I have one more guess. Yes.
The only licenses you still have.
How about the only licenses I can ever get? Those are the only 3 licenses I can ever get. Now, as a follow-up, why is that? Because I'm a felon. Part of the catastrophic consequences of committing a crime. I can't drive a cab, which I used to a long time ago, which we'll talk about. I can't be a lawyer. I can't be a physician. I can't do anything that requires a license in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania other than drivers, fishing, and marriage. That stays with you. That stigma stays with you your entire life. Let me back up for a minute. Before I entered this wonderful building today, I had a chance to look in your bookstore and look at the professional responsibility text. And I looked through a few of them, looked through yours, looked through the ones that other professors have. And there's a chapter that I thought was missing. The chapter that says, do not steal money from your clients. It's a real simple statement. Do not steal money from your clients. It's not in those texts. They beat around the bush. But I'm going to tell you, don't do it. By the way, if you have any questions while I'm talking, feel free to raise your hand and interrupt. I miss my license. I miss my license every day, every hour, every minute, every second, every month, every year, like I lost a relative. I miss my license, and I will never be able to get it back. At least that's what the Pennsylvania Fund for Crime Security tells me. For 18 of the last 53 years of my life, I have been planning crimes, committing crimes, preparing for prison, serving time in prison, and serving a term of supervised release, which many people know as probation. More than 1/3 of my life. More than 1/2 of my adult life. I am what law school can't teach you. The catastrophic personal and professional consequences of unethical activities, of committing crimes, and of losing your license to practice law. I have walked the walk. Fortunately or unfortunately, I can talk the talk. After spending a little over 24 months of my life in federal prison, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, don't commit a crime. Now, those words that I just spoke, don't commit a crime. Simple, right? We might have learned those words in 3rd grade, 4th grade, somewhere in elementary school. Yet why do attorneys commit crimes and get disbarred? In the last 25 or so years, 1,700 attorneys in Pennsylvania were either suspended or disbarred. Those attorneys could obviously understand those words, right? Don't commit a crime, you know what it means. But what happens? What goes wrong in the thought process? The gentleman said, trust. Someone else mentioned they intend to pay it back. Don't they understand those words? Don't commit a crime. Don't steal money from your clients. What gets in the way? Because obviously something must get in the way. Anyone want to venture to guess what gets in the way? What faulty decision-making attorneys might go through? Anyone know? Sir. They think they can outsmart the system and won't get caught? Anyone else?
Greed.
Greed. Greed's a very good one. We'll talk about greed in a few minutes. Greed's the cause of a lot of stuff in our society, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyone else? Well, I'm going to give you a little phrase here, and I call them the Big Five. Does anyone know what the Big Five are? Anyone want to venture a guess?
No one will ever know.
No one will ever know what the Big Five are. Or are you telling me that's the Big Five?